wave pools, wave parks, man-made waves, whatever you want to call them, I think they're probably one of the more divisive things in non-competitive surfing. So what do I mean by that, divisive? Not so much that it causes arguments, but I think everybody's got an opinion on them, and they vary greatly. Not many of us have had a chance to surf one. I for one haven't, so my views in this video are based mainly on what I've read and seen of them, and mainly I think the thing for me is that part of surfing, to me, my favourite thing about surfing, a lot of people's favourite thing about surfing is getting barreled, and I think the joy of that is the fact that you don't know what the wave's going to do. You take off on it, you surfed wherever you've surfed, or you've surfed generally for however long, you've built up all this wealth of knowledge about what a wave's going to do just by looking at it. So when you do finally paddle into one, it throws over, you time it right, you pump through the barrel, come out without touching the sides. It's such a great feeling because of all that experience it took to get there. It doesn't just happen overnight. Now, for a start, most wave pools don't barrel. If they do, a lot of them are the sort of ones where they shoot water up and it throws over and it's about 2 inches of water, which doesn't look fun if you fall off anyway. Obviously the exception to this rule is Kelly Slater's one that he's just put out, and that obviously kind of broke the internet when it came out. How do I feel about that, I guess? It looked fun, I want to surf it, but would I keep surfing it? I don't think I would. I think it's a one-off. Once you've done it, tick the box, that's done. I mean, surfing's an expensive enough hobby, sport, whatever you want to call it, as it is. I live on the east coast of England where the water's freezing. Not only do you have the addiction of wanting a new board all the time, but you need wetsuits, petrol to get there. There's so many costs with surfing already. Do I really want to pay before I go and surf every time? I don't think I do. Okay, again, living on the east coast, we get these horrendously long flat spells because, look at it on a map, we don't have a consistent stream of weather patterns crossing over this great big ocean. We've only got the little North Sea for swells to travel through. We get flat spells all the time. Times like that, maybe I would be tempted to go and surf a wave pool, but it's not something I think I'd do on a regular basis. Even if I wanted to, whether I could afford it or not would be a different thing. I mean, this week I read an article on Magic Seaweed about the Surf Snowdonia wave park, which is in Wales. It's not too far from me. It's a day/weekend trip, I think, if I wanted to go. It's not just a quick shoot over and come back. I think they charge about £30 to £40 per session. I don't know how long a session is, in all honesty, but that's quite a lot of money, even if it was a long session. The other thing, I just don't think they're sustainable. I can't see how they're going to make enough money to run. The Snowdonia Park costs somewhere in the region of £12 million, I think, to build. Silly amounts of money, and then they've just had another £1 million after shutting early because the technology wasn't working right. They had to close early for the winter, and I know they also have a lot of other things sort of bolted onto it that are going to be added when they open up the sort of adventure side of things. I don't fully know, I only half read about what it was, but it just doesn't seem like even there's enough money to make money just out of surfing. And to me it's comparable to a lot of the sort of Escape buildings we have in the UK, where there's a snowboarding park, indoor snowboarding, great, good fun, but again it must cost a fortune to run, and they bolt on all these other things to it. Whether that makes it sustainable and we can run it through that, great, good, awesome. I've got no problem with them. It's just they're not for me, I don't think. I'd love to know what you guys think though, so whack some comments in the below, we'll have some discussion. I'd love some people who disagree with me to tell me, try and sell the idea on me. And I do think maybe in the summer I might try and head down to the one in Wales, see if it changes my mind, maybe surfing it. It's the type of one, I'm sure a lot of you have seen it, there was the Red Bull contest there last year. It's supposed to be the longest ride in the world for an indoor pool. And yeah, it looks fun, but yeah, in all honesty, I think I'm happy with my ocean. What do you guys think?